Hello. Welcome back to another episode of the Rosewood Legacy Sapphire Cliffs. This is episode 13, and we have some news. Malin Ang is gone. I have to be careful with my words because I'm honestly not 100% sure how YouTube is going to like what I have to say. The police force believe that Malin's death was self-inflicted, and they do not feel like they have any reason to investigate. However, Winona and Sasha are not too convinced, Winona especially. So here we are. So here we are with Winona and Sasha. They are both feeling devastated. Right now Sasha's feeling a bit lonely, which is a custom moodlet because of the death. Sasha doesn't believe this. It's not real. It just can't be. No, is pretty accurate to how she's feeling right now. She doesn't really know how to process the information. But she doesn't really have time to process the information because now they know that there could be a killer out there if it is, a murder. Officer Nicholas is over here. I don't think that Winona was too upfront about coming in here. The guard is gone, probably on some kind of break. They aren't going to surveillance, whatever the right word is, them all the time. Now the question is, did Malin send Sasha a message before they died? So Sasha can't do much from herself. However, Winona is willing to do what it takes. So we're gonna start looking through. We are doing some snooping because the interrogation room in this room is actually probably going to be the most promising that we've come across so far. So come over here. I am quite sorry that I'm not doing much to have them process the information and do proper mourning, but that's not really something that they can do right now. They don't really have the luxury of being able to do that. We're going to be looking through these as well. Come through here and come and snoop through some of the stuff here, such as these things. Can't really click on them as always. I can snoop? I didn't know I could snoop. We have to make sure neither of the officers are near, but they almost never are, because when are they ever doing their job? And lucky for us, there is actually a phone right here. Not gonna lie, I didn't even know there was a phone object. I literally just saw it. So this is perfect for story purposes, but yeah, this is possibly Sasha's phone. So come over here, Winona, and pick that up. Where'd you go? Oh, be careful. That's literally where Nicholas just was. We don't really want them to know that we're snooping around. Uh-oh, she's right there. Yeah. So we'll grab the phone, just destroy it, say it's in our inventory. We're out here. No big deal. We're right where we need to be. She's walking right by, completely oblivious. So come back over here and we're gonna take a look at if Sasha got any messages while she was here. And Winona was right. There is a message on Sasha's phone from Malin. So the text that she sent Winona was a little bit cryptic, but the one that she sent Sasha was a little bit more clear. Text reads, "I believe you. I wasn't sure, but I believe you. Don't trust the others. Try to get you out of here and we'll talk. Too dangerous through text, but I promise I believe you." So when I was like, yeah, that she did send a message, and whoever killed Leah probably wouldn't like that very much. So Sasha is definitely feeling a little more positive that just maybe this wasn't Malin's doing. It was somebody else who wanted to keep their little murderous secret. Let's not talk to the police officer, please. Okay. So here's the thing. we could probably find a way to get Sasha out of this cell. However, our biggest issue are the security cameras, and Sasha's going to be like, okay, it's very possible that Malin was murdered by Leah's murderer, which means we are both in the clear. Neither of us could have killed her, but the biggest problem right now is I'm in a prison cell. It's kind of a pretty big obstacle. There's not much that I can do from in here. Winona agrees. They're like, yeah, well, something tells me that the officers would not be too keen on letting you go, so I think we might have to figure out a different method getting you out of here, maybe a less legal one. And at this point, Winona is willing to do that. You know, they don't really know the laws on breaking an innocent person out of jail, but they also don't particularly care right now. Like, that's not their priority. And at this point, Sasha doesn't really care either. Sasha has already broken a couple laws, you know, messing with evidence, not really on purpose, but she got the evidence from the crime scene instead of just leaving it where it was because the officers didn't find it. So she's already done some things like that, and we're just gonna keep that pattern going because they'll figure it out. You know, they're not too worried right now, and maybe they should be, but they're a little bit more worried about the fact that 2 of their friends have been murdered. So, with that being said, we need to get Sasha out of here. The biggest problem is the surveillance cameras. And the best way to shut down the surveillance cameras is probably not through the surveillance room, because the surveillance room has cameras. However, if there's a way that we could knock out the power, then we wouldn't have to worry about that. So the best way would try to shut off the power. Now, okay, officer is coming our way. The bathroom is right there, so we probably have to hide right here. So, hurry, please. Okay, he is thinking about us. I don't know how that's possible, really, because... Okay, we're walking right in front. Let's not. Why? Okay, you know what? Fine. What the? Girl! Sorry. Not the time, bestie. He just tried to flirt with them. Which is really weird. Really weird. I wish a single man in my game would have acted appropriately. I swear. Okay. So what Winona's gonna do is, after that interaction, pretend to stomp out. And we'll just have to make sure that they don't see us afterwards. Start preposterous rumor. Okay, well, you have fun with that. So we're gonna wait to go back inside. So Winona is outside now waiting for a clearing to go back to Sasha. We want to shut off the power so the security cameras go off. And we also have to find a key, but luckily we have a very, very smart Winona here, and, you know, they might have taken advantage of Jude, which was the officer, his, you know, advances. However weird they might be, they gave them a good chance for them to get closer to him and steal his key. So, first step complete. Second step is turning off the power to the entire building, because we could go to the surveillance room and try to fix it, but the surveillance room has surveillance cameras. That's an issue. Instead, what we're going to try to do is get to the power generator on top of the roof and shut it down, because it is kind of the powerhouse of the cell. Sorry. Was that a pun? It could have been a pun. The powerhouse of the police station. Whatever. We're gonna try to get up there. Jude just went upstairs. He is currently on his way up the stairs. I have to watch Winona's queue because they keep doing stuff they're not supposed to, but... Okay, Sasha's final exam is in an hour, but I honestly don't really know if we're gonna be able to go. I could try to break her out in the next hour, but I don't think that's possible. So maybe we'll just fail that class. We will see. Anyway, we have more pressing matters to worry about. We have to make sure that he is doing something preoccupying. That's somewhat preoccupying. Okay, well, baby steps. Next step is to find a window to climb out of. Now, because this game has limitations, I can't have them actually climb out of a window. However, we can go up to the window and then teleport outside of it. This room is, oh my gosh, okay. Complication. The room that I actually need to go into is the one that Jude is currently in. I am really hoping that he gets up to do something, preferably not in the bathroom soon. Okay. So, unfortunately, this is Jude's favorite room. I don't know if I've ever seen him leave it, other than to flirt with Winona. So, we might have to find an alternative route. So what we need to do is get out here because this is the only way to get up to the roof. No, Winona, you're killing me here. And I was just about to go into this room and go to the vending machine, which is just a bad idea. There's two different options we could do. We could go out of these windows or these windows. This room is like one of the only ones without security cameras. There are security cameras here, but I don't think this one can really see if we go like right up against this wall. Far from the camera as possible, then climb here. And we're gonna go all the way around the sign, which is a little bit risky because like if anybody was here they'd see, but end up onto here. And let's see, I don't think there are any security cameras right here, so that is good. So finally we're going to be climbing up this ladder here. And here we are on the very, very top of the building. All we have to do is hop down here, which is not that hard, and we can get right to the power generator. Okay, so we are here. I don't know where they just got this can of soda, but we'll just move past it. And we're going to do our best to break this generator. So it's starting to work because you can see, you know, the sparks and smoke, but we are trying our best to make sure that the power completely goes off. So, okay, it looks like Winona has successfully broken the power generator. It's a little clear that it worked because the power is completely off. I believe if I click on like the shower or anything too, it's unable to be done because the power was shut off. So that means the next part of our plan can be underway after we get back where we need to be, which I'm actually, now that I'm thinking about it, and now the window is thinking about it, we can't really climb back inside the window. There's no way that's allowed. Like, there's no way the window opens from the outside. So, we're gonna have to find a way to get on the ground, and I don't really know how. So we're going to make our way completely around this whole bend to get to here. So we have to go all the way around this way. The only really problem with that is this little gap here. Everything else should be fairly easy, but okay, we've made it over here. So using the things that we have, the resources we have, which is this tree, pretty much, we're gonna climb down here with probably a bunch of bruises by the end, but we will push through. So Winona did make it down, however, they are limping a little bit just because the fall was still quite intense, so they will not be very smoothly walking around. I believe both of the officers are upstairs, so let's come and see Sasha once again. So now we have the key, we have no cameras watching us, so now we can go ahead and slide this door open and Sasha can get out. And there we have it. We are free. Kind of. I feel like right now maybe we should not be talking inside of here. Instead we should be leaving. So probably right now we're gonna try to run, like, to walk as far as we can and then call a taxi. I do not want to be waiting for a taxi at the police station. So we're going to be coming all the way over here and we're going to go here together. However, Winona's leg definitely is slowing them down, so that's quite unfortunate. Hopefully we can get some medication to help with that once we get out of here. So yeah, we are not doing very well, but we are going to be calling a taxi. And Winona has somewhat of a plan of a place that we can go. It's not somewhere we can stay for long because it will be rented out soon, but for now there is a way to get in, and Winona knows that you can sneak in. Don't ask them how they know that. That's irrelevant, but we will be getting going to that house. Okay, so we are here at the house that is furnished but vacant, but off the grid. So there's a couple different parts of it. Off the grid meaning there isn't any utilities right now. Sorry, should have made that more clear. So the utilities have not been paid for because who would pay for them? So we can't really clean up, which is unfortunate, but we can sleep in a nice big bed, which Sasha hasn't done for a hot second, and I'm sure Winona's bed at, the university isn't that comfortable. So we are just gonna head to bed immediately because, man, they're wiped out and they will talk about everything in the morning. So Sasha just had a waking nightmare from her PTSD, and I only laugh because of how she looks right now. How does that work? How'd you just do that? Hold on. Why is the utilities back on? That's really weird. I don't know why this room is light, first of all, because there aren't any candles to my knowledge, and these lights literally will not turn on because of the utilities. Okay, we have miracle utilities. Yay. I don't know, it's not working when I try to turn them off, So, before anything in the morning, before Winona's ankle is killing them, so we're going to go ahead and go to the sports clinic. I don't know if, parkour off of a police building is, sports, but for now I do think they're both very hungry. So if we could get any type of food, like any at all, okay, we can serve some fruit salad. It'll do. And then while we're eating, we'll finally just chat, because we need to chat. A little bit more than chat. I feel like chat might not be the right word. Oh wait, why are we cooking? Hold on, Winona's the chef. Come on. We're literally going to school for culinary. Why? So we have our fruit salad here, so come and grab a serving. We're gonna sit across from Winona. So there's definitely some awkward silence here before they start to talk, because, they were at each other's throats for a while, and now they don't have to be anymore, and it's just a really weird feeling. So Winona starts the conversation with, again, just apologizing. I'm so sorry. And Sasha's like, yeah, I'm very sorry too, actually. They just talk about how, they both thought each other were very suspicious in Leah's murder, and now they don't really know what to do with themselves. And Sasha's like, I know now that Leah did love you. I believe you now. And if she loved you, I know I can trust you. And I know I can trust you because you were there during Malin's death. And at this point, it's solidified in Sasha's mind. Malin was murdered. None of it makes sense in any other way, and biggest thing is just the text. It's so obvious that Malin found something. And the only reason that she would end up dead right after that is if she was murdered by somebody trying to cover their tracks. So Sasha's convinced now. Winona's convinced, they're on the same page. And they may not have been friends before. In fact, they were very much not friends. However, right now, they're each other's safest bet, and they're way more similar than they realized. This isn't a situation where they're putting aside their differences to work together reluctantly. The only reason they didn't like each other is because they thought each other were murderers and they did not understand each other. And yeah, they have a long way to go. But now that they know that the only people they can really rely on is each other, that changes everything about their relationship. Can you please put the clay down? I'm so sick of the clay. It's been over 2 days since Malin's death, so all moodlets are technically gone, but they are still in mourning. We're actually feeling nostalgic for mourning our close friend. For now, we are going to have Sasha lay low, and we're gonna quickly be checking in before we end the episode on the others at the dorms. We're gonna travel back to the dorms with Winona. So we're here, and a couple of our roommates are here already. Okay, be checked in. I'm glad that they can, because they're technically not enrolled in classes. They are enrolled in uni, but not classes. So we're gonna come up here. It's looking a little bit barren. Obviously, 3 of our roomies have left, including Winona, but still. So the only roommates who are actually living here left are Ashlyn, Rachel, Derek, Isaac, and Felix. And the ones who have left since the beginning are Leah, Malin, Sasha, and Winona. So that's 4 of them. So whoever comes up here first we'll kind of check in with. So Felix is here. He's the first one that has entered. So we're going to talk a little bit with him, see how he is doing. We're going to discuss our fears, most likely of death. Just like check in, I guess. We don't have that much to like interrogate any of them on. We don't really have, honestly, any idea who it is. So Derek just came over to start yelling at Winona, so that's really good. That's really good. Very in character, I'd say. And then Rachel is here too. I don't think Winona really talks to Rachel at all, to be honest. But we're still gonna check in with her regardless. And then Isaac is here somewhere. Okay, Isaac is out here, so come on in. He's running around like a crazy person, as he always does. I just don't get it, but he can do what he wants. So we're gonna talk a little bit with him. He was the closest to Malin. Again, little weird that Malin didn't send him the message, since she sent it to Winona and Sasha, which are probably her 2 second closest people. I feel like Isaac might be a little bit reserved when talking in front of Rachel, which is interesting. So we're gonna sit together on this couch, see if we can get just the 2 of us alone. Hopefully Rachel doesn't come with, because she might. I really don't know how that happened, but we just got Sasha's final grades back, and she did graduate, which is good. Which is good, because now she only has 2 more classes, but we're not doing that right now, so yeah. Not right now, no thank you. So, I really don't know how that happened, but Winona's gonna ask Isaac about how he's doing, because again, Isaac was the closest to Malin. He's gonna say, I don't want to talk to you about it. I don't really trust you. I feel like there's something that I have to tell somebody, but I don't know who to talk to. And then he starts being like, actually, you know what, never mind, because he doesn't really want to tell Winona. He doesn't really trust Winona. He doesn't really trust anybody right now. And Winona also doesn't trust him that much, though, so he's being insulting, which is extremely unlike Isaac, I'm not gonna lie, but we don't know what's going on in his head, but we can assume that he is devastated. But now we're gonna be maybe, I don't know, we already kind of checked in with almost everybody except for Ashlyn. I don't know. Is she here? She's not. Okay, let's invite her over, check in with her a little bit. She is here. She is sad, possibly from the death, possibly from something else, because it's been a little bit since the death. But we will be... Oh, Winona wants to chat with Leah. Oh, that hurts a little bit. But we are going to, yeah, just continue to chat with Ashlyn. Seems like she cheered up a little bit by talking to us. I don't really know why, we're not that good friends, but, you know, I suppose it's nice. And we seem to be getting along well. While we're here, we should take a shower, because, you know, the one at home is a little bit weird. It's not really working. So as Winona is in the shower, they actually noticed that there are 2 people arguing in the shower next door. They're not showering, they're just in the shower arguing. I don't really know why, but maybe they thought that was the best place to do it. Don't know. So as they're talking, this are a little bit concerning. And Derek seems to be really mad at Rachel. He says, I'm really glad Sasha got caught when you did, because I know that you were about to tell her. I know that you were about to tell her, and I can't believe you would do that. I can't believe how you were just about to screw us over, but I'm glad that she's gone, because I know you were going to tell her that we weren't actually together on the cliffs. This is news to Winona. And now that they've talked to everybody, they definitely do feel the need to go home, go back to where they're staying, tell Sasha what they just heard. Because I'm sure Rachel and Derek didn't expect anybody to be in the bathroom, because it's quite late at night, and all of their roomies, to their knowledge, are in bed. But Winona isn't one of their roomies right now, which they're a little confused about, but that's a story for another time. So yeah, with that really startling information, we are going to be heading back. So we are back, and Winona and Sasha need to talk. Winona knows a couple of new things. They both know a decent amount of information. Winona was like, okay, we need to share. Can you walk a little faster, sweetie? We need to talk about everything we know, really. Oh, hi, Griffin. You're not supposed to know we're here, but to be honest, if there's one person I trust to know, it's you. So, fair enough. I would say you can come in, but we're, like, having a really important conversation right now, so no. Although I did give him a key to my house, so he might just come right in. Yeah, okay. Okay, well, hi, Dad. I love you. You've never played guitar in your life. What are you doing? You're weird, and I love you so much. You have to go. Send home. Go home to the horses. Go play your awful music for the horses. Okay? Okay, buddy? Bye. Sasha's going to say, well, we know that it's probably impossible for Derek and Rachel to be the killers because they would have to do it together, although at this point I don't want to rule anything out. And no one knows. So, about that. They did not know I was there. They slipped up. They said something they probably were not supposed to say. I don't know where they were, but Rachel and Derek were not where they said they were. Their alibi was a lie. And now that is a whole nother thing we have to unpack. Then there's, the Isaac thing. What does he know that he wants us to talk about? And Winona also asks Sasha, what is something that Malin could have known? What did Malin have access to? Do we know what Malin had access to that could get her to know something she wasn't supposed to know? And Sasha remembers the hard drive. And she wonders, did Malin get the hard drive open? Because if she got the hard drive open, she figured out what was on it. That could have been incriminating evidence. And that could have been the reason that the killer tried to get rid of her. But we do not know as of now. We will try to look into that in the future a little bit more. This next episode, Derek is going to be throwing his party at the frat house. We may or may not be going in disguise. Sasha definitely feels the need to be there, so, that might be what is coming. I'm probably going to be ending the episode here. Now, I realized that this episode I talked a lot, and I didn't do any regular gameplay at all. It was just all story, and because of that, definitely let me know if there's anything that was just you didn't understand it. There's a difference between something being purposely withheld when it comes to information and things that you just don't understand, and I want to make sure people understand. Thank you so much for watching. I always love to hear your comments. We are approaching near the end of the murder mystery part of Sasha's generation. This has been the hardest thing I've ever done on this channel, and just one of the hardest things I've ever done in general to make. So I really hope that you enjoyed. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you next week.